Your screen time is up 48% this week. Well, you don't say. What's going on, guys? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another Major League Baseball recap video. By a show of hands, who has been on their phone more often the last week than usual? Because there's been so much that's happened. There's been the Mookie Betts trade, the AJ Hinch interview, and then yesterday, Justin Turner called out Major League Baseball and their reporters by saying, hey, maybe you shouldn't make these trades official until they're actually done. So he's inferring the Mookie Betts deal and how all of his buddies on the Dodgers are now in like limbo. So we're going to talk about that today, as well as the Tampa Bay Rays just made the worst trade that I have seen in quite some time. So if you're a Rays fan, I feel really bad for you. If you're a Padres fan, you just swindled them so bad. So we're going to talk about everything under that umbrella. And also, Charlie Morton, a former Houston Astros pitcher, he's now in the Rays. He just responded to the cheating allegations of the Astros, and they're not good. He does not sound good at all, so make sure you guys watch until the end. You guys have been amazing with the support as of late, so I want to go ahead and tip my cap to you guys. Thank you all so much for being super awesome. We are getting closer to 200,000 before opening day, so if you guys are not subscribed, go ahead and do that. 200K before opening day. We got this. So like I mentioned before, Justin Turner called out Major League Baseball and their reporters. He came out with a tweet. He said, here's a concept, let trades happen, and then report on them. All of these reporters only care about being first. I can attest to that. Twitter has been a cesspool of false information the last week. Meanwhile, players and their families are emotional wrecks, not knowing if they are or aren't being traded from the only organization they've ever known. No one cares who was first. So the first thing I have to say is, yes, he has a point in the first couple sentences of his tweet, but the last line I don't really agree with, because when you say no one cares about being first, that's like saying no one cares about winning MVP. So if you're going to be competitive in the game of baseball, you should be allowed to be competitive in the game or the world of reporting. Now, I understand that there are lines to this. For example, a couple weeks ago when Kobe Bryant passed away, TMZ pretty much stole the story and gave it to the media and Twitter before alerting the family of Kobe Bryant. So that's where I kind of have to take a step back and understand that, yes, media's job is to report stories, but when you're messing with the livelihoods and the family members of these commodities, I mean, it comes to a point where you stop treating these players like human beings, and that's even what Trevor Bauer said. Bauer came out with a tweet and said that this just shows that businesses, because let's face it, the Yankees, the Padres, the Reds, the Dodgers, the Red Sox, these are, if you think about it, they're not really teams per se, they're businesses. They have stakeholders in owners, and they have to be happy with them, and if they don't think that they have a good chance of winning the World Series or staying under a tax line with certain player, they're going to trade him, just like they did with Mookie Betts and David Price. The only reason why Mookie Betts is getting traded is because of the luxury tax line. And this just really sucks to say, because you have a billionaire owner in Boston. A billionaire owns that team, and he's worried about getting a $10 million fine. So what does he do? He gets Mookie Betts, he gets David Price, he then ships them to the LA Dodgers, and then it falls through. Now you have Jock Peterson, who's in limbo. You have Kenta Maeda, because I mean, come on, man. Is Alex Verdugo getting traded? Can we please discuss this? Because 12 hours ago, I'm not even kidding with you guys, this is where I am fully supporting Justin Turner. The media has been a circus the last week. It was reported from many sources that the Minnesota Twins were pulling out of the 3-team deal. The Mookie Betts trade was dead. It was going to have to be up to the Dodgers to give more money for the David Price contract, or they were going to have to give up more prospects. Now, I wake up this morning and Ken Rosenthal, with his check mark, so it makes me want to believe him even more, is tweeting that the Twins are still in the deal and they're trying to get the job done. So the Twins, they're going to do their own separate deal for Kenta Maeda, and they're going to send more prospects. And then the Red Sox and the Dodgers, they're going to complete their deal by the Dodgers sending more prospects along with Alex Verdugo in exchange for David Price and Mookie Betts. So I mean, Justin Turner, I don't agree with the last part when he said that no one cares about being first. That's a small little, that's being a little bit hypocritical, because again, I think reporting is just as competitive as something like Major League Baseball or even these YouTube videos of trying to get them out first. So I don't really agree with that part, but the first couple sentences on the money. These players, they're not chess pieces. Well, I guess they are. So you have to put that into perspective, but they're also human beings. I want you guys to let me know in the comment section down below, what do you make of this first story of the day? Are you on Justin Turner's side, or are you on both sides at once? Because I think I'm sitting on the fence between the media and Justin Turner, because I kind of have to report things. So if I report things that are false, I'm looking stupid. And then you have Justin Turner's teammates who were just traded, not knowing where they're going. and that sucks. But also, if it's your job to report, you're going to report what you know, and it's not their fault that Brusdar failed a physical and the Red Sox didn't do their research. So there's a bunch of different angles that you could approach this from. Please let me know which side are you on, Justin Turner, the media, or are you right in the middle? Because honestly, there was a failed physical. The Boston Red Sox didn't do their job. It's not the first time that they've had a trade really just not work out for them. So yeah, that sucks. What are the Tampa Bay Rays doing? What? Okay, let's go ahead and just talk about it right now. If you're a Tampa Bay Rays fan, I want you to please let me know what the heck is going on in your general management office. They just traded Emilio Pagan, a top 10 reliever in 2019. This man had a 95% left on base percentage. So what does that mean? When he comes in to relieve an inning, and if there are runners on base, 95% of the time, he leaves those runners on base. He is so filthy that pretty much every single time he comes in a pitch, you know that he is going to get you out of a jam. They traded him for Manuel Margo of the San Diego Padres. This man has never looked like a professional hitter for 1 second of his major league career. So in 2019, Manuel Margo had 12 home runs, 20 stolen bases, so that sounds nice, but he had an 82 weighted runs created plus. So if you guys don't know what WRC plus stands for, really, they take a player and they adjust it to the ballpark. A league average is 100. So Manuel Margo is 18% below league average as a hitter. Now, the biggest thing about Manuel Margo that everyone latches onto, I don't know what the weird fascination is about this guy. He's not Mookie Betts. Now, there is the whole Tampa Bay Rays thing where they take players that have failed and have been somewhat bust, and then they turn them into superstar players. So maybe the Tampa Bay Rays have an ace up their sleeve and they can fix him. Defensively, he's really good. He's probably a top 10 defensive outfielder. His arm is all right. I don't understand what they're doing. The Padres now, let me go ahead and read off their bullpen. They have Kirby Yates, Emilio Pagan, Drew Pomeranz, Craig Stammen, and 21-year-old Andres Munoz. That is an elite bullpen. They actually just came out with a report that the Yankees and the Padres are tied neck and neck for the best projected WAR from any bullpen going into 2020. So pretty much the Padres are the National League version of the Yankees in regards to bullpen. So that is going to be awesome for them throughout the season. And if they do make the playoffs, it's going to be a big deal. So I'm trying to put this into perspective and really conceptualize it and try and get a winner from this side and a winner from this side. But in my opinion, this is a win-lose trade. The Padres absolutely swindled the Tampa Bay Rays. And I mean, the Rays are usually pretty good at making trades, but considering they traded Nick Solak to the Rangers, they lost that trade. I have to say they're going to lose this trade because Manuel Margo, he has not been good this far offensively. And it's not like they need more outfielders because they have Kiermaier and Austin Meadows and all the other outfielders they have on their squad. You could consider him an extra outfielder at this point. So very, very weird. Yeah, very weird. Staying with the Rays, we're going to go ahead and talk about their ace starting pitcher, Charlie Morton. So if you guys don't remember, he was with the Houston Astros back in 2017. He came out with a statement regarding the cheating allegations, and they're not even allegations anymore. It's proven that they did cheat. Morton said, "I know what it's like to struggle in the big leagues, and I know what it's like to battle for a spot. So to know that was going on and guys were having to deal with that, pitching in the big leagues is tough enough, so that part was difficult." So in summation, Charlie Morton says that once upon a time, he struggled out the gate to try and be a Major League Baseball pitcher. And then he comes out and says, well, that sucked. And then also, imagine me sucking and then the other team knowing what pitch I was about to throw on top of me sucking. So I think Charlie Morton does have some sympathy for all of the guys that their careers were ruined, because we have two known examples of pitchers playing against the Astros, giving up a ton of runs, and then never having a Major League appearance again. So I think that Morton, at least Charlie Morton, is coming to the defense of all of those guys, and I can tip my cap to that. It's again, one of those situations where if you knew it was going on, why didn't you stop it? Especially considering you know how hard it is to make a Major League roster, and you did nothing. So, peace. In other news, the San Francisco Giants have signed outfielder Billy Hamilton. I wish that this guy would have panned out, but thus far he has been really just average as a baseball player. He's great defensively with his arm, his glove, and also with his speed and range, but with the bat, man, my grandma, and I think that I could have a better batting average in Major League Baseball than Billy Hamilton. That's not even me trying to talk smack. I'm just trying to put it into perspective. Another signing was Domingo Santana signed a 1-year contract with the Cleveland Indians. I'm cool with that. Now, he is the strikeout king, so I project him to get up there in the 150 to 170 strikeouts, but I do like him in that lineup. He's going to be able to give a break to Franmil Reyes or anyone else that needs to, take a rest. And then last but not least, a player that I do want to mention that you might have never heard of because he played quite some time ago, Buck Leonard, because it is Black History Month. I want to go ahead and talk about him real quick because they labeled him as the Black Lou Gehrig. In 1948, at age 40, he had a .395 batting average and 42 home runs. So he once hit a baseball off Satchel Paige. He hit it so hard that the first baseman said, "Hey, Satchel, stop throwing fastballs because he almost broke my glove on that hit." So thank you guys for watching. I hope that you guys did learn something new today. If you did, go ahead and subscribe and leave a like on this video because we are on the road to 200,000 subs. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.